The blade will be formed.
One of the 9 stands before you, descending from a fell beast. A slicked, worm-like creature with wings. Iron armor resting upon it. Saddle and straps. Gnashing teeth and claw. A massive wingspan spreads as this creature lands and sort of hops onto the dilapidated stone of the ruins around. Stones crumble and fall from these ancient walls as one of the 9 begins to move. Slow steps. As if in slow motion, you see its iron armor begin to move on its legs. This simple black cloak and hood resting upon its head. And just for a moment, you can see this ethereal sort of green face for just a moment. Just resting upon nothing, void of blackness. Sword in hand, flail to its side. This rictus face. Flesh that is no longer there, revealing bone below. Piper, you see this face for a moment. You recognize it from your dreams. Anduin, you see this face for but a moment. You recognize this face from yours and Piper's dreams. This is an ancient king of old. Someone that has made a pact with dark powers. You have never seen this person before, but you know them. You feel it in your blood. The curse is bound to you and your bloodline. And now Piper. And it is clearly a part of this creature. Upon its head rests no crown, but you know it to be a king. Once, but no longer.
You have lured them here. Well, my servants, the ones that I have searched for some time. The Witch King will not forget this. I see. potions are ready.
As this creature speaks, Strider has held still. Next to you toddles a wolf. The wolf that brought you here is baring its fangs. It's wearing this sort of strange amulet around its neck with animal bones. And they're also sort of bound up in some of its hair, its fur. It's larger than most wolves, but not quite the size of a warg. As this happens, we switch to Rioth. Rioth, you hear this shriek and see something dark descend from the sky over towards where you saw the rest of the group go. You are filled with chills. Something is wrong, Rioth.
I knew they shouldn't have left me here.
There are sounds from the bushes and trees around you. You see eyes similar to before when you were lured here. There are many of them that look upon you.
And I can't leave with all those surrounding me, and my charge is with Mr. Proudfoot. I shall do what I can to keep him safe. I will, however, try and scan to see if there is some sort of opening. Maybe moving might be in order if they can reach us here. I need to be there. Not just for Proudfoot, but for all of them.
Please make a scan roll. You have 2 extra successes. How would you like to spend them?
Let me have a look quickly at special successes here. I want to, go quietly. Perhaps I don't want to be seen doing what I'm doing right now. And perhaps I want to also gain insight, because I am trying to get information here. It seems like the best thing to do here.
You see 4 flickering lights in nearby ruins. One near where the other group went. 2 on hills nearby. One on either side of you to the north and the south. And one to the southeast. Rest of the group headed northeast.
I see.
And from what you can tell, there are 9 sets of eyes around you.
9 sets of eyes around me. Had I been in better shape, perhaps I would try. But hopefully, in going quietly, I'm not as much of a attraction to them. However, if there is no helping it, I shall do my best to try and keep us alive up here.
Are you standing your ground then?
On the tree? Aye.
Okay. You are in the tree with Launton.
Aye.
Okay.
In the last scene, we were hoisted above on a high branch because we figured that the wolves or whatever creatures around here would not be able to, well, reach us. Once again, if it ever proves that maybe that theory might, you know, need a bit of working, I do have ideas.
Very well. With your scan roll, you also notice something else.
Oh.
At first, it manifests maybe in a cold feeling around you, in your skin, a tingling sort of sensation. It's reminiscent, something you felt before. Dark magic.
This is not good.
There is
Not good at all.
something very familiar about it.
Go on.
You don't see anything. You feel it on your skin at first, and then you can hear it. There is a sort of screeching hum kind of sound. You hear something moving aside from these animals. Something stirs in the night. A foul wind brings the smell
Ugh.
of death. Unmistakable.
Oh no.
Chills you to your bones. You hear something moving. You notice as you breathe, it's gotten cold enough for you to see your own breath.
Oh no.
Something moves nearby.
Where are the horses?
That is a very good question. From what I think happened last time, we never talked about it.
No.
Where do you think that they are?
Rusty would never be too far away from me, even with Andarwin, who rode him earlier. The others did not go into that area with the horses, I know that for sure, so they should be close by, I'd imagine. That being said, we were being chased by those creatures, and I believe... were we not being chased/chasing on foot because they took young Miss Toddles? So, suffice it to say, Rusty is not here, neither are bread, butter, or cheese.
I think you mean jam.
Cheese is the jam of the toes. Now is not the time, Loremaster.
No, it is not. Because the light flickers, seems to dim. And you hear this loud, bellowing screech coming from where you saw the others go.
No.
And it's so loud that you are forced to cover your ears from the pain It seems to rustle the leaves of the tree and wake the dead. As we switch back to our other group.
You and your family. The Witch King did not forget you. Angmar has not forgotten. Beorning.
This wraith stands before you all. Strider seems to wake up a bit in the situation, in the moment, and he looks, Nazgul! Nazgul! One of the 9! He holds up his sword, and he says, Go back to Angmar, where you belong. You do not belong here.
And who are you, Ranger? Why do you protect this one?
Do not answer him. Strider. Thank you for your help. For getting us this far.
Strider
you should
looks
go.
at you, questioningly.
He is not here for you. He is here for me. I have known since the second we met. There is something different about you. You are destined for greatness. I know not exactly who or what you are, but I know your destiny does not end here. I need you to take the hobbits. Take the hobbits and go. To Rivendell. Take them and leave.
No. What? No! No, Anduin.
It's okay. In this moment, I finally understand my sense of purpose. This is the being which cursed my line, enslaved my ancestors. It is him I was destined to meet here. This is why I felt restless at home and could not stay. I was compelled to come here. I was compelled to confront him and end this.
You cannot kill it. You cannot defeat it. It is one of the
I know.
9.
I understand that. I am not here to kill him. I'm here to end a curse on my people.
You
And
will
I
end
understand
nothing
now.
by dying.
Will I? The curse is
No.
beyond our power to break. But it's not beyond his. I understand it now. I finally understand all of it. The curse he placed on my line to make us weak to temptation, to where we would suffer from cowardice. so we could be lured by the temptation of power, as all of my ancestors have before. I would sooner embrace death than take his temptation. And if we cannot break the curse, then I'll let him do it by his own hand.
Anduin. If you die, the curse still runs with me. Do you understand? It won't be broken. It's mine too. It's not worth it. You can't break a curse if you're dead.
Then truly we are lost.
Strider looks back at you, says, "No. We are not lost." He turns back towards this wraith. He holds his sword. "I am a ranger. You will not harm them. Do you hear me, Wraith? I will send you back into the dark. Maybe not forever, but not this day. You will not touch one hair on their heads. I am a warden of the North. I will have your name, creature, before I send you back into the void." Strider says this. The creature begins to take on a fighting position.
And I'm Tunnel's Threadgood! Valdir Bani, first of our line, and he stands not alone! And I stand up trembling. And I try to take a fighting stance as well.
The Wraith holds large sword in its left hand, flail in its right.
You speak to the White King.
And as this creature breathes out this word, darkness begins to spread from it. It extinguishes nearby campfires. All about, you see darkness begin to fall all around you. And you all can hear this strange sort of screeching hum as the fell beast also lets loose a shriek enough to wake the dead. And as it does so, I'm going to bring you over here. As we begin combat. Rioth and Lawton are in a tree down below, while the rest of you are in the northeast. As this screech happens and this darkness begins to fall, campfires go out. Let's bring up a turn order, because several things are going to happen. I'm going to need, first and foremost, Rioth. Please roll me a d4.
A d4. Okay. Roll 1d4. 2.
Okay. Rioth, finally you can see these wraith-like creatures begin to emerge from the darkness nearby from the north.
From the north. Okay.
Okay. Toddles, please roll me a d4.
Okay. That go through. Let me refresh.
I still haven't seen it.
Yeah, I'm refreshing all of roll 20 here.
Okay. Piper, please roll me. Oh, never mind.
4.
Ooh. Okay. Emerging from the darkness. From the crack in the wall to the east. 4 wraiths begin to move. You are in 2 different locations, Fellowship. So, what I'm going to say is going to happen is based on the situation and the kind of positioning here. We will judge your stance based on where you are in relation to whatever it is that is engaged with you. Alright? So, I'm going to say that Strider is probably right here, stepping in front to address the Wight King. Okay. Fell Beast is obviously that giant creature that is on the ruins to the south there. Let's add everybody to the turn order. Oh boy. Okay. I'm going to need somebody to make the first move. Who will it be?
I would like to try something against... So these are wraiths. Shadows. Creatures like the ones we found in the farmstead. Right?
Yeah.
I would like to see if it is possible to craft something in order to scare them away, to drive them away.
What are
Perhaps
you going to craft?
I would like to take my sunstone, use some explosive powder, and the last of the hope I have to spare.
You can have mine.
Oh, I can't. You're too far away, I think.
I don't...
Launton can give you hope.
Launton can't speak words.
No, but his...
I want to say we're fellowship, and I don't think the distance matters right now.
A little more bread, please, Mom. I'm not quite full.
So
Also,
what we can say, I think, in this case is, I will allow it primarily because you can certainly think of each other.
That's what
in
I
a
was
moment.
thinking. Like, where are you?
And
I
also
appreciate-
because... Oof.
Yeah.
I, however, to get a magical success with a broken spell, it requires my own hope, sadly.
Okay.
So, when you say you're using the sunstone, this is something that you
Aye.
had on you.
Aye, it is indeed. You may check my
I
inventory.
believe you. And this black powder, this is something you carry?
In my tinker's tools, black powder, well, I mean, if I don't have the black powder, I would like to, I suppose, invoke broken spells, a dwarven thing I have. I can say a prayer to Owley, for all dwarves are forged in the fiery depths of Azanubizar, Azan Kribe, Azanubizar, and I take all these things and I mix them together, and I have a rudimentary flaming device that I want to throw in that area with craft. I don't know if it's going to work or not.
Absolutely. You can spend the hope to get your magical success that you're looking for here.
Aye.
Go ahead and make the roll. Let's see what happens.
Okay. A great success.
How would you like to spend your extra success in this case?
Okay. So for this special successes, I closed it. It's here now. Wide in influence.
Very well. Please forgive them if they're just a little bit nervous today, chat. This is the penultimate episode, and everything is pretty much against them right now. They have fallen into a trap. Rioth,
Hey.
you toss this sunstone. What does this look like as you do this?
It is... I don't think it's really much of anything at all, you know? It's a simple device that we use for traveling, and which I will no longer have for traveling. And it's equal parts a compass and a bit of a lantern as well, and I throw it in that direction, and I think initially you don't really see anything too spectacular. It's a small little flame coming from me towards the creatures over there, but as, or just before it lands, I think as I am invoking Owley, the god of the dwarves, and the fires of Azanubizar, you see the lantern, the sunstone, go from a glimmering orange sparks and flames to more of a hotter, purer, ethereal blue. And as it hits the ground, it's not going to damage them, I don't suspect, but you see it's like a flashbang. So insofar as what you see, you don't, because it's now white in your eyes. With warmth. And I'm hoping the warmth of the sunstone is going to at least, give us some respite. Respite?
As
That
this flame shoots up briefly, everything is sort of illuminated. As it is illuminated before you, you see for a moment something below the shadows of these creatures, a skeleton and flesh sort of below the shadows. You can see a figure, what appears to be a half skeleton, half corpse of a person moving below the shadow, and they hold up hands in front of the light, and again you hear these horrible shrieks of pain. And as this occurs, you can see them sort of backpedaling a bit from the light and falling back behind the ruins as this happens. Okay, who is next?
I go next, and I pull out Toddle's bow, and I throw it to her.
Okay, we'll say that that's an
yeah.
action for you.
That's my motion, yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Thank you.
Okay, who is next?
I'll go next.
Very well. Toddles, there is a wolf in front of you, baring its fangs.
I duck down very quickly and move to the side as Piper tosses me my bow and quiver, and I as quickly as I can pull out knock an arrow, and I turn and try to strike the one right in front of me, which is now sort of to the side. I imagine that his face followed me the whole way through, but I am small and quick, so hopefully this works out. I can use this token, correct?
Absolutely.
Okay. Great success.
Very well. How would you like to spend your extra success?
Damage.
You can do a piercing blow if you would like to.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What is your injury rating? 14?
Sorry. Yes.
You shoot your bow at close range, sort of spinning as you do, and at close range, the wolf begins to leap towards you. You connect with the creature, and as you do, this creature takes this wound and transforms back into... Oops, sorry, hold on. What appears to be a man. You see a man sort of covered in leathers and sort of ratty looking clothing with a staff at the side, just sort of reforming from this fleshy hound-like creature that you just shot. You see a blood-splattered face, the arrow still embedded in their shoulder. Snarling at you, this man stares in obvious pain.
I snarl right back at him.
Okay. Who is next?
I know how to speak dog.
I think for the past few moments, I have been in a stupor, so to speak. I had a cold resolution in my mind not but a few moments ago. Ready to do what I thought needed to be done. The Piper's words have shaken me somewhat. I question whether there's actually a point to fighting this wraith. But as I sit here questioning my purpose, Toddles being attacked is enough to jolt me out of it, and watching this other creature use a bastardized version of the power that my people once possessed, I will not abide it. I turn and I target this creature that is attacking Toddles. Its very existence is an affront to me.
Okay. I would assume that you are either in open or forward stance for this.
I am in a very forward stance as I attack this creature.
Okay.
I just targeted myself. Bear with me a moment while I reroll this. Oh, no, not a weary failure. Miserable. Actually, I don't think miserable has an effect. I just rolled very poorly.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Very well.
I think in my haste to attack this creature, I have accomplished very little.
Okay. You
Actually-
rush forward. Maybe you make noise on the ruined cobbles below your feet. And this man sort of turns and parries the blow from the spear and says, sort of between you and Toddles, says, "You are king. You are no king." This sort of ratty-looking hair and visibly like sharp canines in their mouth sets this eerie glare towards you as you approach and get close.
Of that you can be sure we are not kin any longer.
Who is next? Oh, look at that. Lawton. Well, you're unconscious, Lawton. Strider. Looks back towards the rest of you. Swallows. And rushes towards the Wight King. And begins to engage in combat. As the Wight King moves, you can see practiced military-like attacks as Strider and the Wight King go back and forth in combat. Ooh, okay. Okay. Strider, you can see, approaches first with a feint to the right, then a feint to the left, and then as he approaches, he will strike at the Wight King, and the Wight King spins to try to avoid the blow. Strider ducks and sees the flail whoosh fly over his head. It looks like it's almost as big as he is as he ducks underneath. You can see him sort of spin, and as he does, he will strike towards the sword of this creature. As the Wight King blocks with the sword, you can see the sword sort of get blown back for a moment. Strider then spins and stabs. As he does, the creature looks down at the sword that should be going through its midsection. Strider goes a little bit wide-eyed. And then he looks towards his sword. You see a grimace on his face. Ah! He sort of pulls back, and he's holding his sword in one hand. You can see he wants to drop it badly, but he holds on. Ah! He screams in pain. You can see what appears to be this sort of like eerie green frost climbing up his hands.
You cannot defeat me, Ranger. No man can kill one of the nine.
Strider looks wide-eyed, and he again sort of looks back, and he says, "Run! Run!" Now, the enemy's turn. first, I think we will start with the Wight King. Okay. Oh boy. The Wight King will, since he is engaged with Strider, I think we will have him attack. Let's start with that. Oops. Sorry, they get some special bullshit here. Oh, wait, I need to click this. That's why that's not working. Sorry. Okay. That is a fail. First, this creature seems to be unaffected by Strider's strike, and the creature sort of shoves Strider away with his boot, and will then sort of spin, and there's a heavy sword strike that just sails over Strider's head, and will then spin and attack with the mace. Another miss. This one just barely. Whoosh! The mace sails over Strider's head. He just kind of barely dodges it this time. He maybe tries to smack upwards with his sword to send it off course. The creature yells, and as it does so, its fell beast will go next. Okay. Fell beast. Will fly upwards. And move to just above you, Piper.
I would like to begin yelling at it, if possible.
Okay.
As soon as it enters this area. Hey! I'm the one you came here for, not them. And I will do my best to stand up straight and widen my arms to look as threatening as possible and keep him off of the hobbits.
Sure. You can make an all roll here because of the circumstance. I'm going to give you a -1 bonus.
You can have hope.
If I give you hope, then you get 2, right? So I will do that.
Very well. I will take it. That is a terrible roll from me, but still a great success regardless, thanks to extra piles of hope.
Fellbeast looks towards you, and with its second action, will try to... Since it is there, I think it will try to bite you. Okay. That is a failure as it tries to reach out. You see its snake-like neck whip towards you, Anduin. You are expecting this attack, and it is fast, but you are faster in this moment. You manage to just barely get out of the way, and I think the size of this thing is really strange, right? Like, it's not massive in any one spot except for its wingspan, but it is still quite large. You know, its neck is still as thick as probably both your legs put together, which is massive for this sort of snake-like head on this creature. Its horrible stench and oily skin and gnarly-looking jaws and teeth are sort of all pointed in wrong directions inside of its mouth, and it looks like if it did get a hold of you, it would rip and tear your flesh to no end. But it does miss. The wraiths begin to move. They begin to flood in to the ruins, and I'm gonna make some rolls here because I'm curious to see where they're gonna go. Okay, this one begins to head towards Toddles. I'm going to see where they move first, and then I will assign their basically what their plan is here later. Okay, so the second one also moves towards Toddles. You see the shadows growing around you, Toddles. This one will move towards Strider. Last one here will move towards Strider as well. The ones down by Rioth are essentially held back for this round, Rioth.
Okay.
And this man that is currently engaged with Anduin and Toddles will now go. And will sort of spin and will attack with its bone staff. Okay, this will be towards Anduin. Okay, that is a success. Anduin, you take 3 damage. This sort of odd bone. It's made of various animal bones and human bones. You can see there is a probably like a fanged wolf skull on the end of it. And as he spins the staff, that bit of the staff sort of clips part of your arm and sort of tears your flesh as it strikes. And yes, that is 3 damage. Okay, next round. Who is first?
Okay. Those creatures are looking at us, and it seems as if they're capable of coming to this way. Aye, this tree is not safe. Am I able to surmise that much?
There are still wolves in the darkness. They appear to be moving.
Okay.
But as far as the wolves go in your immediate situation, from what you understand, they don't climb trees. That's what Anduin said. And you haven't seen what these wraiths can do, so I don't think you know in general.
I have to protect Launton. I look around to see if there's any... Loremaster, what is my movement?
So whatever seems reasonable in the moment. There's no
Okay.
set movement. What technically would happen is, in terms of game mechanics, you would switch between. I've got you in like rearward stance right now, kind of in my head.
Why?
So you can switch between stances mechanically, or you can move in what you think is in a reasonable fashion on the map here if you want to sort of change your position.
Okay. There is not much I can do. Aside from await the coming storm. To leave London up here would be folly. To go down the tree, I'd need to carry him, and that wouldn't be easy. And I have nothing ranged. All I can do is stay here and defend.
You are
So,
simply
aye.
taking a defensive posture.
Aye.
Okay. So, are you taking an actual like defense?
Can he hide?
No, I mean, they know where I am. I threw the thing at them.
Do you have battle as a skill?
I do have battle as a skill.
Then I will remind you at this moment, you have the option of using a battle roll to fixate yourself on a certain piece of terrain for an advantage to make enemies take a -1 or you gain a +1 if they are trying to climb a tree to attack and you are simply waiting there. Strategically, you can use a battle roll for that.
Absolutely.
Okay. In which case, I would like to do that. Is that something I do actively now or in response to them? Because otherwise, I could use the roll for to give them is it weariness on their attacks?
You
For
can-
Baruch Kazad? Yeah.
No, I would not Baruchazad right now because that'd be a waste of an attack roll.
You can actively make a battle roll to take advantage of terrain and set yourself up to where they have a penalty and you have an advantage. It's
I would like to do that, Loremaster.
Okay. Absolutely. Go ahead and make a battle roll.
Thank you very much for that. Fair light. But we'll
I've
see
been
how we
reading
do.
the book.
Aye. Aye. I thought I had been too.
Oh, it's about
It's a
routine
lot.
in the book.
It's different
It's a lot.
pages.
It's interesting. I need hope if anyone has it. Otherwise, I'm just going to roll.
Yeah. Take mine.
Okay. That gives me 1 die. Aye.
Yes.
Okay. In
Actually,
which case,
I am already miserable from Shadow. You might as well take one of mine. They are worth 2.
thank you, and I shall. And let's see what it does. One
Great
great
success.
success.
Excellent. How would you like to spend your extra success?
I think it increases the benefits of the roll I've just done, aye? So instead of a -1, it's now a -2 for them?
You could consult the book, but I would argue that you have a +1 and they have a -1, as
Okay.
they are trying to climb a tree and strike you from underneath, but it's ultimately up to the Loremaster.
Understood.
I would 100% agree.
Okay. In which case, what happens is I now have my long hafted axe, the blade of which aimed down towards the tree. I look. In a sense, I've turned this tree into what looks like a very dangerous-looking grandfather clock, in which the axe is the pendulum.
Okay. Very well. Who is next?
I have a question. The fell beast is right in front of me, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like standing in between me and Anwin and Toddles.
It's looming up above on the
okay.
the
It's
sort
on
of
the thing.
stone wall, the sort of dilapidated ruins.
Right. This is very stupid. I'm trying to remember. Piper would remember. Mirggles is trying to remember how I fought the sea beast in Tharbad.
You sort of
I climbed atop its head, right, and stabbed it through its skull.
I think you stabbed under. I think you went under.
Under.
If I'm not mistaken.
I stabbed under. How close is this thing's head from the ground?
You are currently engaged in combat with this. You could try to do that thing if you would like. If you could try to do the same if you would like.
Yeah. Okay. I would like to be very
I'm going
quick.
to say that this is going to be forward stance.
Yeah, okay. I'm in forward stance already. And I would like to hobbit speed, swift of foot, stab it in the bottom of its head.
Very well.
Okay. I'm sweating, so that's fun. Okay. Does anyone have like a lot of hope? No. No, we're all suffering, yeah? Okay. I'm going to use a hope for this. Because... Huh?
I believe you get
Sorry.
2 bonus because of your
Your
bullshit,
state,
if I'm not
yeah.
mistaken.
Okay,
You're
perfect.
weary, I think.
No, I shouldn't be weary.
Oh, you're not weary. Okay.
I'm not weary.
I think it's just the one then.
So, the other one that I have is... So I'm brave at a pinch and small...
That's the one he's talking about, yeah. He's talking about brave in a pinch, but
Am I
you're not
wrong
weary.
about brave in a pinch? I
No,
thought
you're
it
not.
was weary.
It is
No,
weary, and she's...
It's weary,
Oh, but
miserable,
I'm-
or wounded.
Right, but small folk, when you're engaged in close combat with a creature bigger than you, you add +2 to your parry rating.
Yeah.
Okay. But I think I've already done that on my sheet. Sorry, I just want to double check before I roll, because this is kind of a big roll. Okay. So I'm setting that bonus die to 1.
That is correct.
Okay. Whoa! Oh!
Extraordinary success. How would you like to spend your extra success? You can't do a piercing blow.
I can?
You can't.
I can't.
You know.
Heavy blow. Heavy blow
Okay,
then.
You got 2. You can do 2 heavy blows, or you can
I do.
a. You have other options as well.
Okay,
So-
let me just look because there may be something advantageous that I don't want to jump on.
You can do heavy blow. You can do fend off. Heavy blow gives you more damage. Fend off gives you a parry of an additional 2 for this
Okay.
round.
Great. So I'm going to do a heavy blow and a fend off on that.
Good plan.
Yeah.
Okay. So Piper, what this looks like, this creature, I mean, it's sort of like snapping towards Anduin, and you see your opportunity, right? You rush in to do something to it, maybe hoping to stab upwards. You go for the attack. You don't get a wound here per se, but you do strike it. What's your strength rating?
My strength rating is 3.
Okay, so that will be an additional 4 damage. Very well. Describe how this looks as you strike this creature.
Right, so I run in and I try to duck while it's engaging with Anduin and the other things that are going on. And I try to go for its head and the base of its head, its neck, any slicing that I can do, any stabbing that I can do. Yeah.
Okay.
If I could hit like a jugular, if I could get this thing bleeding all over the place, that would be fantastic.
I wish you rolled well enough to make that happen, but you didn't.
Oh, but I had an extraordinary success.
Well, if you got a piercing blow, then maybe.
Oh. Okay.
Unfortunately, you do strike it and you hit it hard. You do slice right into its flesh. It kind of wasn't really acknowledging you as a threat at first, and you rush in and you see some black ichor like splatter, and it sort of like looks around, screeching in pain. You probably have to like cover your ears as it does so. The sound reverberates off of this, off of the ruins around you, just sort of bouncing off the walls. You can almost feel it in your body as this happens. And then the creature fixates its eyes upon you. I'm sorry, that was the best response. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Who's next?
I ran over here to assist Toddles, but now I'm being targeted by this massive fell beast. I think I want to wait and see what Toddles does. If she manages to kill this guy on her own or get out of the corner somehow.
Yeah, I'll go first. There is no attack of opportunity, is there?
No.
So I can maybe run over to another corner?
You can definitely use your action to switch like stances basically, and we can say thematically you manage to sort of like duck. It's like that scene in Moria, you know, when they've got that small environment and they're just kind of like using, the hobbits are sort of using the environment to their advantage, using the ruins to block attacks and stuff, you know?
No, I'm not going to do that. Sounds lovely, but I don't want to waste it. Well, I'll do it if it's dire straits, but for now I'm going to attack the one I've already hit.
Okay, the
one right in front of me, yeah. The one that's
Pack
already
leader.
turned back into a man, yeah, that one. Yeah. Yes!
Okay, that is
Sorry.
a Gandalf piercing blow. Okay, let's see here. Ooh. They have a very good roll. Let's see if they can make it. They managed to avoid the wound, but they do still take the damage from this attack.
Okay.
And let's see. That is 3 damage. And what was your damage from before again? That was... You did a heavy blow, right? So 3...
No, I did pierce and blow last time and as well.
Oh, right. Yep. Gotcha. Okay, so... Okay. So this should be that. Okay. Alrighty. Toddles, you sort of spin. Explain what it looks like when you hit them. This is not a major wound, but you do hit them.
Okay. I think, so he's turned into a man and he's growling at me, and then I growl back at him, and then I reach down, and I pull out another arrow, knock it, and I just immediately hit it right to his knee.
He snarls and turns towards you. Okay. Who is next? Anduin?
I guess now, yes, it's my turn. I'm a little bit torn between trying to fend off this fell beast, or trying to help Toddles out of the corner, and on top of that, Strider is now fighting 3 against 1.
I'm fine!
I will call out to Strider then. Fall back! If you cannot slay that thing, you are wasting your time. and then I have an idea. Perhaps if he cannot fly, he cannot chase us. Killing this Witch King may not be possible, but killing his pet... Piper is right. We fought off the sea serpent of Tharbad. What is a fell beast? I'm going to lunge and strike at the fell beast, attempting to recreate more or less similarly to how I charged at the sea serpent, using the walls of the ruins here to jump up and get in striking range.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Very well. I am going to invoke my distinctive trait of being extremely tall, because at this point it's very relevant. This creature is up high. But I'm going to jump up on the wall and use my great height to drive my spear up into its underside.
Can I give him a hope for that? And he can have 2.
You can.
That would effectively be the same thing as me invoking my trait. I can use your hope if you prefer. I don't know how much you have left.
Oh, not very much, so maybe we should save it if you have another great thing to use.
So if he uses his trait, he's spending hope himself.
I'm spending my own hope to get 2.
Oh, I see. Okay, I have 4 currently left.
As do I. I will simply use mine.
No, if I... Okay. Right, okay. Use mine. Use mine. Use mine. Use mine.
Okay. All right then.
That is a piercing blow, Anduin. Okay. I need to make a roll here.
I rolled up to 7 success dice and still did not get any extra successes, but that 1 feat die gets me the piercing blow.
Okay. Let's see here. It's going to use its snake-like speed and spend some hate to make the roll ill-favored. Please roll another d12.
Okay. This doesn't re-roll any of the skill dice, does it? Only the...
No, just the feat die.
Oh, you...
Because it's an ill-favored. It's an ill-favored roll.
I understand. I still hate you at this moment, but I understand the rule.
Okay.
Yes, that will negate my pierce.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's going to negate your pierce. This will be still an attack. It's still a hit, but it will spend some of its hate to make it ill-favored. Okay. This is still a hit, though. It is not a piercing blow. So what does it look like as you attack it?
I attempt to recreate the success that I had fighting the sea serpent as I run along this rubble and use it to jump and elevate myself and drive my spear into it, but it turns out the hide of this creature is just supernaturally thick. And so though I score the hit and the spear drags along the side of its skin, making a long gash as opposed to penetrating into the organs, it hurts, but not enough to kill it. And then, of course, gravity takes hold, and I drop back to the ground underneath it.
Mm-hmm. You can see it's sort of like wheeling around and spinning, like it's very fast, and it has that sort of whip-like movement with its neck and its tail. You know, they sort of like move in sort of this symmetry along its body. You know, they sort of whip both the tail and the neck as you do this. Lawton, I would like a roll from you, please. Please roll. Valor roll for me.
great success.
Lawton. What are you dreaming about right now as you've fallen unconscious?
We're traveling through the Barrow Downs again. Well, next to it. There's a dense mist all around. You can't see more than 5 feet in front. I should be scared. I was scared. But I see my friends. H1. A beacon of light themselves. The danger's out there. We all know it, we all feel it. But they're right there. And they've been there. And I know if it be their choice, they'll stay there. It's a very dark, oppressive dream. Just a twinge of hope. Hanging on. I look forward and we continue to move through the mist with the smallest glimmer of light. It's not particularly bright or warm, but it's there. I look over to them, and they're all looking at me. And they're giving me the biggest smile. Nodding. I smile back. I look forward. And I continue to walk.
You hear your friends yelling for you.
Lawton?
Yeah. What?
Mr. Proudfoot.
What?
Lawton.
Yeah.
Good to see you again, my little friend.
Hi. Hi.
It's so good to see you.
No.
Welcome back.
I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
You truly had me worried, Lawton.
You're alright. For a hobbit.
What? I think it's at this moment I feel a lot of aches and pains. Oh! Oh!
Lawton!
Ah!
Lawton!
What? What?
Mr. Proudfoot!
What?
Are you there?
Rio.
Hi.
You are in a tree right now, Lawton.
Oh.
Please take a scar.
I...
Roll a d4 for me.
The one.
You have 1 endurance.
Okay. What are we doing up here?
Hiding from those. Defending from those.
I look out and I see the wraiths. I see the fell
Can you
beast.
move?
Not well. Just need to breathe.
Aye.
But why? What's going on?
Well, we took his thread good. We followed as best we could to this clearing. And it was clear that We couldn't go any further with you in your state, so I stayed behind.
Oh,
Hey,
no, you should be with them. I'm fine.
we should be with them. And you are not fine. None of this is fine.
Sure it is. Sure it is. We've gotten through worse, I'm sure.
Of that I doubt, but I shall try to retain some of your optimism, Mr. Proudfoot.
My face drops for a second. And then there's a wee wry smile on the side of my face. Optimism is right. And I'll ask Loremaster, is that the end of my turn?
Not yet. I think you have something to do first.
I do. Rio, help me sit up a little bit. I need a little bit more air in my lungs.
Take me arm.
There we go. Oh, good. Okay.
No.
I take a deep breath in. I look out over the battlefield. And I begin to sing. And the Shire, where shadows gently fade, a hobbit hums a tune of hope displayed. As dawn unfolds with a golden kiss, a tale of sunrise, a moment of bliss. Oh, the rising sun with warmth so rare, chasing away the night's lingering care. In this hobbit's heart, a hopeful tune, for every day brings a chance to bloom. And I sit back and I take a breath. I hope everyone hears. And I
As do
continue
I.
to sing.
Despite the din of battle, creatures about you, the darkness surrounding you, you hear Lawton's voice reverberate through the ruins. You are still alive. So are your friends. Do not waste this opportunity. Strider's turn. You hear that? Do all of you hear that?
It's Lawton! Don't give up!
Lawton?
There is still light. There is still fight in Lawton's heart. Do not let it die out from all of yours.
You hear that, Mr. Wolf? That's our version of howling.
Strider spins, and he will attack the wraiths behind him. Both wraiths fall as Strider attacks. You can see him slicing through both of these corpses covered in shadow. They sort of dissipate as Strider turns, not forgetting that one of the 9 stands before him.
Ranger, you are in my way.
As the Wight King barrels down upon Strider, rushing forward. The Wight King will strike towards Strider. Okay. First, with an ancient sword. Ooh, shit. Okay. An extra success on this one will be a mighty blow. As Strider defends, felling the wraiths around him, they sort of dissipate, and he returns the Wight King's glare, raising his sword. And as he does, the Wight King strikes, raising his left hand in a mighty strike with the sword. Strider's sword shatters. He stands looking befuddled towards the sword as the blade breaks. Then the Wight King spins to attack with the mace. And it is also a success. This time, Strider, without sword in hand, tries to dodge out of the way of the mace, but is not in time. He is struck with as he tries to avoid the attack. You see it still catches him in his midriff, and he is splayed out, flying backwards towards the tree behind him. As his sword falls to the ground.
You will fall, Ranger, and then I will take your friends. And I will bring them to Angmar.
Next. The fell beast will go. And as it has been surrounded both by Piper and Anduin, it will do some special bullshit. It will use... it will screech. And I need Piper, Anduin, and Toddles to please make me a shadow roll. This will be Valor, I believe.
Oh.
That is quite
Has
the
that ever
roll.
happened before?
To you? On a shadow roll? No.
Well, no.
Well, we've got 2 failures from Anduin and Toddles.
They
Now.
succeed. Oh.
Not on a shadow roll, unfortunately.
Oh.
So, if Toddles had succeeded, yes. But in this case, Piper, you take no shadow points.
Wow.
Anduin,
Something I don't think Toddles' role is correct, though.
I don't think so either, but also when I'm doing when I'm doing the roll for everybody, I'm supposed to roll in Hearten, not Wisdom.
You mean
like when I'm trying to help everybody else stave back the shadow, I do in Hearten. So
yeah, go ahead and make it in Hearten roll.
Okay.
That was for your own well-being. Okay, that is a success. You've lowered the shadow by 1 for everybody. However, you and Anduin are still going to take 1 each. As this creature spends a lot of hate to do that, but it's kind of worth. You all hear this horrible screech covering your ears again. It's enough to sort of almost forget that Lawton is okay. It sort of takes you out of that moment and reminds you just how dire the situation is. Okay. I think we're going to have the pack leader go next.
Wait, it's not going to attack us?
That was its
move.
action.
Oh,
yeah, it used the screech.
Okay.
Made you take
All
shadow.
right.
Is it?
It's may not affect the hobbits. The hobbits have a different perspective. For them, it's not a big deal. It's kind of a problem for me.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. We're gonna have the Guarodan pack leader go next. Garodan. I'm never gonna pronounce that right. It's actually AU, and I spelled it wrong in the sheet there. Okay. Let's see. Probably going to stay after Anduin, I think, now that the wraiths have surrounded Toddles. I think we're going to have him attack you, Anduin. This will be... That is the wrong character. What did I just do? This one. Okay. With Bone Staff, we'll attack. That is a miss. The Bone Staff strikes. This time, maybe you hear this snarling person rush towards you, and you turn quickly enough to parry the blow, Anduin. Okay. The wraiths. First, the 2 that are surrounding you, Toddles. Okay, they will attack with a pitted blade. You see this sort of shadow-wrapped blade come down towards you to attack. Oh, shit! Oh no!
Ooh.
Oh, that's so bad. Okay, triple success, piercing blow. Holy shit, this is really fucking bad. Oh no. Oh god. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, so Toddles.
Yep.
You need to make a protection roll. This is injury rating of 16.
Yeah.
You can receive hope for this.
Yeah.
I'm singing,
Yeah,
so you're getting one of mine.
which means I get 2.
Yeah, let's do.
I'm sorry, I'm doing a protection roll.
Yeah.
This goes to show you how often I've needed to do this. Where the
Bottom right.
heck? Bottom right. Okay. Okay. Oh,
Oh my god. You rolled well on your success dice. That's good because you rolled a 1 on the feat die, which barely gives you a pass. Oh no. So you put it was a 16 for the injury rating on that. But you still made it. You still made it.
To 14, which was mine. I'm sorry.
You still made it because you got a 16. Which will stop this from being a wound. However, it is a triple mighty blow. Yeah. Which is gonna hurt real bad. I'm sorry. This is gonna be for, oh my god.
That goes into potential one-shot territory. That's a lot of damage.
I know. I'm preparing myself.
So this will be 8, 12, 16 damage.
Total?
Total.
Okay, I'm still up.
I think maybe you misjudge where the blade is coming down because it's kind of cloaked in shadow, or you're expecting to dodge it. Here, Toddles, and the blade does come down.
Can I actually say I'm not trying to dodge it at all. I think I'm looking at Piper with the thing screeching above us, and I just miss it. I just don't see him coming to hit me.
It leaves this horrible, bloody strike
bleeding
across
profusely.
you.
Yeah.
Then the next wraith will attack you.
Yeah.
With pitted blade.
Don't forget I'm in rearward.
If you're in rearward, do you get a +2 to your... Okay, I wasn't sure.
It's already calculated, I'm sure, when he clicks on my token.
I didn't mouse over it till now, but that wraith that just hit you for that damage rolled 666.
Yeah.
On its success die.
The second one, however, misses. It strikes with its pitted blade. That slash that has hurt you deeply, Toddles. It wakes you up a little bit as you try to process everything. Lanton is awake. He is singing. He's trying to give you some hope here, and still it seems grim. A new round.
I look down and I'm bleeding all over, and then I look back up and I look over to Anduin, and I think I'm just dumbstruck.
I think
I'm
I'd
in
like to
trouble.
go first.
Unfortunately, something else happens first, Lanton. Since you decided to try to go first, Lanton, let's have you roll the die.
Sure.
Please roll a D9, which I know isn't a normal die. Five wolves begin to emerge from the darkness around Riol and you, Lanton. Snarling.
Hold fast.
You can see drool just dripping down their fangs as they begin to surround the bottom of the tree below you.
I'm still ready.
I look around. I don't know how much I can see from here, but I'd like to petition to do a protect companion roll.
Okay.
Now that is one of the combat actions, but this is in tandem with me singing. I just would like to use the battle roll for it. So, these wolves begin to get close. I can see a lot of movement. Maybe even hear Tottles cry out a little bit. Or maybe she doesn't. But I grit my teeth. I raise my voice as loud as I can, and before I sing, I do want to roll. We'll see how this affects my singing.
Oh!
Let me just read this before I sing. On a successful roll, the enemy's morale has been shaken and all opponents with might 1 are made weary on their next attack roll. If the roll produces a single success icon, then also all adversaries with might 2 suffer the same penalty. If the roll produces 2 success icons or more, the penalty is applied to all adversaries in the fight.
Yes. Pretty good. Pretty good.
So,
Pretty good!
Oh
what
my
happens
goodness.
is I think I'm hurt pretty bad, and I know that I was tied to like the tree, so I wouldn't fall out. I actually take the rope and I tied her to try and get some of the strain off from my breathing. And I begin to sing louder and a little faster. Beneath the hill where dreams take flight, the first lights touch, a comforting sight. In the quiet of the morn, a promise anew, a world reborn in the morning's dew. Oh, the rising sun with warmth so rare, chasing away the night's lingering care. In the hobbit's heart, a hopeful tune, for every day brings a chance of bloom.
As you speak up, filling everybody's hearts with hope. Please roll a d4 for me.
A d4. Three.
Everybody regains 3 hope.
That is right on the money. I am no longer miserable. That debuff is cleared.
Okay.
Longton has gone first. Who goes next?
Me.
Okay.
Sorry. You can go if you like.
I mean, I was just going to swing at the nearest beastie.
Go for it.
Okay. I swing at the nearest beastie.
Okay, it would probably be a wolf in this case.
Okay. So the Wights are not engaged anymore, or what? Or are they in rearward?
I'm sorry, say again?
The ghosties to the north are not engaged anymore, or are they in rearward
They are currently
stance?
not engaged.
I see.
You
Okay.
drove them back.
Okay.
With your
Perfect.
sunstone.
In which case, I swingy swang at this wolf over here with my +1 bonus dice from my position, and I 2 extraordinary successes.
Okay. How would you like to spend them?
To kill it. Heavy blow.
Okay. That should do it. How do you kill it?
It tries to climb up the tree. You know, its paws up, snarling, tearing bark off, and literally the pendulum swings to the right. And in a second, it's been hit, and it falls to the side, dead.
It falls to the ground. Dead.
I'm next.
It's my turn.
Go ahead, Thomas.
I look down. I am bleeding profusely. I think I'm starting to see, like, the world's getting fuzzy, a little bit dark. I'm blinking slower. And I look around. I see Strider there, crumpled. I see Anduin and Piper. And I think about maybe ducking down and running away from these wraiths, but then they'll just turn and attack Anduin and Piper. So I stand and I fight. And I knock an arrow and I try to hit the closest one to me. Actually, I don't. I still fight the motherfucking guy who's on Anduin.
Okay.
And that's the icon. Not the one right in front of me, right?
It's this one.
Because I hit the other one last time. I used the other icon, so hopefully that's okay.
Okay.
Sorry. I thought it was the one right in front of me.
It's alright. They have different
okay.
different stats, but it's fine.
And I will use the bonus die. Wait, I shouldn't be wary anymore. Oh, I didn't put the hope back.
Weary is because of your endurance.
Yeah.
The hit you took last turn was enough to make you weary.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Now, with that said, is that guy supposed to have a parry rating of 21? Wasn't that high before?
She clicked on the wrong one before. It is pretty high.
Aren't they negative now, or is that only to attack?
They have a weary. They are weary. So when they roll on you,
Right.
that
Yep.
is-
Okay.
that is
Okay.
where they take the penalty.
I'm too weak. I go to lift the bow and I try to boost the arrow and I just can't do it.
Okay,
I would like to go next if possible.
Piper.
Yeah. Can I run to Toddles from where I am and attack one of these guys that are on her?
I will say you're in forward stance right now.
I'm in forward, yeah.
I will say yes because I think you're in close enough
Okay.
proximity to do that.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I run over here. And I would like to attack one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm gonna use the hope.
That is 3 extra successes. Holy shit. How are you spending them?
Yeah, pierce and blow. Can I do a pierce and blow? Yeah.
You cannot.
I cannot.
Nope. You can do triple mighty blow if you want.
If she puts all 3 into piercing, it would get up to 10. That should do it, should it not?
Maybe
Into
actually. hold on.
weary, you
Let me
mean?
check. No.
She'd have to basically give up all damage, but she could get the pierce, I believe.
Spend 1 success icon to modify the feat die. +1 if using swords. So no.
Oh, never mind.
Okay.
I thought it was a 2.
Nope.
Okay. Sorry, can I just
So
could
you have
I-
mighty
could I-
blow, and you have
Mighty blow.
and you
fend
also have
off,
the fend
piercing.
off.
Yeah. I'm gonna do
Piercing is impossible with this.
Right. I'm gonna do 2 mighty and 1 fend off.
Okay. So what is your strength rating? You said 3?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so that's +4. So +8. 3. Okay, and you are attacking the wraith.
I'm attacking this wraith right here.
That
That's
one?
right in front of
Okay.
her. Yeah.
Alrighty. You
I
strike
think that's the one that.
through the
Got her.
shadow, and you feel your blade connect, and draw some, draw some kind of horrible fluid from this creature as you strike. It's still up.
Okay. Okay.
But you do have a bonus.
Piper,
Toddles. Are you okay?
I've loved this adventure. Don't think for a second I didn't.
No, don't do that.
Just in case I don't get to tell you later.
You're gonna tell me later. I'm gonna make you say it 10 times.
I'll remind you.
Okay.
I'll remind you later too, but just in case. I'm really glad we came.
Much.
I love you too.
Now get off her! And I'm gonna keep fighting them, obviously on my next turn, but for RP purposes.
Okay. Who's next?
I believe I'm the only one left.
Rio is also left. Strider.
I
He-
one
Go
No,
of
to
the
he
wolf.
went.
Oh,
Yeah, he
I'm
went
sorry.
before me.
I'll swing again.
If the Loremaster forgets, it's another turn.
Edwin, what would you like to do?
I am torn. This fell beast needs to die. But Toddles is probably going to die if I don't intervene. But also Strider is down. And I cannot do all three at once. I'd like to take a moment to observe this Witch King. Well, first of all,
This Wight
is Strider
King.
getting... Wight King, sorry. Is Strider getting back up? That's the first thing. Is he down for the count or is he standing back up?
Strider has been sort of knocked down. You can see he's kind of had the wind knocked out of him. And he's a bit wobbly, but it does look like he's moving.
I see. But
If
he also
you-
has no weapon.
If you glance back at us as well, I'm gonna glare at you with teary-eyed determination of don't you dare fucking help me right now. I can do it.
Yeah, and I'm stabbing things. I'm fighting, and it looks like I'm doing an okay job. Like, I've done some damage.
All right. I'm going to unsling that cursed, or not cursed, but like that eerie magic spear that we took from Timber all that time back. The rune-scored magic spear.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just going to send it at this thing that Piper just hit. The Wraith.
Okie dokie.
To try and finish it. And if possible, the reason I am making a ranged attack, to be clear, is because I want to start walking the other way. If I were going to walk towards it, I would just stab it with my own spear.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to move towards Strider, because I feel like without his sword and cornered by the Wight King, he is probably going to die. But I also feel compelled to help Toddles, so I just launched that spear. If anyone has hope, I will take it, and if not, I will simply
You can
send
have a
it.
hope from me and take two.
I will take it. This is the rune-scored spear. I will roll
I would
with
like
my
to
own.
ask you a question
Sure,
before you throw this spear.
sure.
How shall I phrase this? What are you thinking in the moment?
What am I thinking? I'm thinking that I have been going about this all wrong. I've always had it in my mind that when I confronted the creator of this curse, that it was through stubbornness, fortitude, and strength of will, and maybe even strength of spear that I could defeat it. But I recognize now it was never about any of that. It was simply about self-acceptance. Learning to forgive myself for that which I cannot change. Forgive my ancestors for that which they could not change. To see Toddles willing to fight to the death to save a man she doesn't even know. To see Piper throw herself into the corner, almost certainly dooming herself. To see Rioth, who I randomly met on a road one day, has now in the span of a few short months agreed to stay here and fight to the death for London. I'm feeling quite inspired, if anything. Perhaps the sense of purpose I lost at the beginning of this fight, London's singing, and the circumstances have brought it back. I am, for the first time in this entire adventure, finally feeling a sense of harmony. I have peace, but I also have rage. May I retract the spear throw? I want to do something else.
Sure.
Now that I feel like I have finally balanced peace and acceptance with this animal fury, I want to become a bear. Not a bear. I want to become the bear. The spirit of nature that empowered Bayon when everything looked hopeless. That same fury of nature. I want to reach out to it. I am finally ready.
You will spend 3 hope to do so.
Can he have one of mine?
Can he have one of mine? It'll count as 2.
Have one of mine too.
One from each hobbit.
We
This
have one
will
from
be-
each hobbit.
This will be from yours only, Anduin.
That's fine. After all, London gave me back 3. I will simply use that.
Very well. What does this look like?
I stop. And I simply start speaking. As I realize that I have spent my whole life running from my own cursed nature. The name Anduin of the River was simply a name taken out of shame to avoid the name of my ancestors. I would never say Anduin, son of anyone, because I wanted to distance myself from my cursed past. But now, no more shame. My voice booms out louder than it should, to where even Launton and Rioth can very clearly hear every word. I am Anduin, son of Andegar, son of Dune, son of Dorn, son of Tol, son of Tor, son of Tagar, son of Hamar, son of Calderon, son of Corin, son of Bor, son of Antares, son of Andoran the Betrayer. I am not ashamed anymore. My body shifts and contorts. My own arm hairs lengthen and become thick. My skin is no longer skin, it is hide. And just like Bayon, no weapon can pierce it and no weapon can bite upon it. I grow up till I am the same size as this Nazgul beast, and I grab it with my arms, and I pick it up, and I turn and I throw it on top of this Glynadar chieftain. I attempt to use the fell beast to smash this chieftain.
Absolutely. In your Bearduin state, I've given you a bonus to your endurance and your strength rating. Should have been a +2, sorry. And should be 11. There we go. You should see a Bearduin sheet. Yes?
Bearduin.
You.
Oh, wow. Oh, I see it.
Your wits have sort of gone down, but your strength has gone way up. Please make either. This sounds like a swipe attack, I think, on the Felby.
I see. There is
Sorry.
no.
You have a bear sheet?
Yes, he does.
It was lovely.
Should be down at the bottom. It says swipe.
I see. Is it already coded to roll properly, or do I need
Should
to
be.
put? Okay. Because I have no idea how many skill points or whatever I have in swipe.
It's tied to your spears.
I see. Am I targeting the fell beast, I assume, then?
Yes.
Okay. I will naturally use all the hope I can get my hands on, be it others or mine.
Yeah, you can have one of mine.
If you have one of mine, you get 2. Oh, yeah.
I rolled a 1, and yet with the hope and the great success, I still have a great success.
Did you take only the one hope, or did you take the 2?
I took both. I took Piper's.
Okay,
Sorry.
all right.
Oh, okay,
just
good.
checking.
Okay. You got an extra success. What would you like to do with it?
I'm not sure what the options are. I've not been a bear before.
Standard combat options. So you can do a mighty blow, or you can fend off if you'd like.
I think a mighty blow seems fitting for a bear.
Absolutely. All right. And that's going to be a +11 for the mighty blow. As you strike with your massive claws. You rend the flesh of this creature. And it screeches in pain as you send it sort of against the wall, and it sort of falls, collapsing. Doesn't fall on top of the Guaradon, but it does sort of like fall around the Guaradon as it does. And you can see you have dealt it a mighty blow. Large rends in its flesh on its side have struck it. Okay. That was a very big shot. Okay.
I will conclude by roaring at the Wight King, hoping to draw it away from Strider.
Make an awe roll for me.
That is a great success. I'd like to widen the influence
Yes.
to also potentially scare these whites off of Toddles.
Yes. These wraiths begin to sort of turn as this magic unfurls. And
That is all I have.
As it does, Anduin. There is a butterfly that begins to fly just in your vision. Strider stands up. What in the world? I'm beyond thee indeed. And a Strider stands, sort of surveying the Wight King around him, An arrow sails into one of the wraiths next to Strider. As he looks for a second, confused by the arrow. From the trees, you hear Lashonin Melin. Strider looks, see lithe female form. And there is a moment of pure bliss on Strider's face. Akanad Ganin Diadlan Nadiwen. As you see a beautiful elven woman emerge from the tree, bow in hand. She looks towards the Wight King and she says, "You do not belong here. You will leave this place. Or you will fall by my hand. Creature." There is a moment of silence. Strider smiles, turns towards the Wight King, pulls out the dagger. "You have not defeated me yet, creature. I am not alone."
No, you're not.
Owl's beard. Takun!
There is slowing to the rain. Final peal of thunder. And stepping forth from the shadows, see the familiar face of Gandalf. He holds his staff high.
Steodanin Hein Silani Mamath!
And as he does so, morning begins to shine through.
Oh, the rising sun with warmth so rare, chasing away